All right, so let's talk about my new favorite hobby, having anxiety and panic attacks. Have you ever had like a great day and then suddenly your brain is like, hey, just checking. What if everyone you love is dead? And you're like, buddy, I'm at fucking Costco. I cannot be sobbing in the sample line for frozen taquitos. That's just anxiety. It's just pop-up ads for the soul. Like you're trying to live your life and your brain is like, feeling too calm? Let me show you every possible catastrophic outcome of taking a left turn. See, there's a difference between stress and anxiety. Stress is when you've got just too much shit to do and it's beyond your capacity to manage. But anxiety is when you think you'll die if you even start. So stress is like I have a deadline, and anxiety is if I open that mail, all hell's going to break loose. It's not even fight or flight anymore. It's more like fight, flight, freeze, or scroll TikTok for 4 hours while sweating profusely and crying into a quesadilla. And panic attacks. They're like a surprise party thrown by your nervous system. No warning, no reason, just surprise, bitch. Your heart's a jackhammer now. And your body accidentally sat on the car alarm button for itself. And now you're sitting on the floor in Target trying to figure out if you're dying or just forgot to drink water again. It's it's so fucking irrational. Like anxiety is irrational as hell. My brain will be like, you didn't text that person back. They definitely hate you now. They're telling everyone you're a fraud. And also, you probably have cancer. All that because I forgot to hit send. Like somehow I missed a text and now my spleen is growing a tumor called consequences. And the worst part is that no one can really help you when you're in it. Like your partner wants to help you and they love you and they're looking at you, but they're looking at you like, babe, what do you mean the walls are closing in? We're in a gazebo. You're hyperventilating in a Home Depot parking lot and they're Googling how to support someone whose soul is melting. And they mean well, but then you get trapped in this guilt spiral. I'm ruining their life. I'm too much. Why can't I just be normal? I should apologize for even existing. Do I even have any Ativan left? Why the fuck didn't I take it? Do I deserve it? What even is serotonin? Is that a dinosaur? Oh, I miss the dinosaurs. And then boom, you're just not anxious. Now you're depressed that you were so anxious. And then you're anxious about being depressed. And then you're depressed about being anxious about the depression. It's like a fucking Martyroshka doll of mental illness. And every time you open it, the next one is just crying and screaming into a pillow that smells like childhood trauma and prescription side effects. Meanwhile, your family's out here like, have you tried yoga? Just take some deep breaths. We just really need to think some positive thoughts. Like, think positive thoughts. Like, ma'am, my brain just told me I might have offended someone in 2009, and now I need to legally change my name and flee the country. Positive thoughts can suck my cortisol level. Like living in America doesn't help either. It's a fucking hellscape right now. Uh, a capitalist anxiety factor with no HR department, where healthcare is a subscription model for people who don't need healthcare. Of course, we're anxious. The rent is 3 grand. The whole fucking planet's on fire, and our politicians are cosplaying as Bible villains. Like we're all just out here vibing on Lexapro and memes. But let's not forget about the body symptoms, right? I went to the ER a few weeks ago because my chest was tightening and my vision was narrowing. I started sweating like I was on trial for murder and I was guilty. But guilty of what? Like just guilty of being awake. Guilty because my arm fell asleep from laying on it and then I thought I was having a heart attack. Your stomach clenches like it's trying to secede from the union of your organs, and your muscles get so tight you can play freebird on your shoulder blades. You know how people say it's all in your head? Yeah, it fucking is. That's what makes it terrifying. Like if my leg was broken, I get a cast. But when your sense of reality is broken, you get a mindfulness app and a sad plastic bag from Walgreens with a $300 copay. And can we talk about anxiety for men for just a minute? Because holy shit, if you're a dude with anxiety, It's like being possessed by shame wearing a world's okayest man hoodie. There's this unspoken rule that real men don't get afraid, that they don't get anxious. The real men eat bacon and they fight bears and shove their emotions so far down they come out as back pain. So instead of saying I'm scared or I feel unsafe in my own body, we say things like, I'm just tired, bro. Well, man, I've just been grinding out here hustling. I'm chill. I just had 4 Red Bulls and I can't unclench my jaw. It's fine. Meanwhile, you're having a panic attack on the toilet, scrolling fantasy football stats and silently wondering if you're going to die before Sunday. And the worst part is that shame spiral. You start feeling anxious, but then you feel ashamed for feeling anxious, like somehow you betrayed the sacred bro code of emotionless stoicism. And now you've got double anxiety. One, whatever set you off. Two, the anxiety about being seen as weak for having anxiety. It's like drowning while also apologizing for making the water uncomfortable. And society doesn't help. You try to talk about it, and people hit you with the classic man up. Don't be a little bitch. Stop being a pussy. Grow a pair. Grow a pair? My guy, I have a pair. They're currently tucked between my legs in a fetal position because my prefrontal cortex is on fucking fire. This is not weakness. This is a nervous system uprising. Anxiety in men is underdiagnosed, underdiscussed, and overshamed. We either pretend it's not there or we self medicate with beer, porn, gambling, rage, or collecting weird knives from gas stations. Anything but vulnerability, because being vulnerable gets treated like a personality disorder. But I'm here to say if you ever stared at a ceiling fan at 3 a.m., contemplating every bad decision since 1997, you're not fucking broken. You're just a human being with a nervous system in a society that doesn't give men permission to feel unless it's through the movie Gladiator. And only then you can only feel in slow motion. But here's the thing, despite all of this, despite the chaos and the irrational fear and shame and guilt, you are still here. You woke up today. You took your fucking meds. Maybe you didn't, but maybe you cried in the shower. Maybe you laughed at a meme of a raccoon holding a knife, but you're still fucking here. You survived 100% of your worst days, even the ones that tried to kill you from the inside out, even the ones where your brain was like, hey, buddy, maybe we don't. But you did, and you stayed. And that makes us powerful as fuck. Not because you're resilient. Honestly, fuck resilience. You shouldn't even have to be resilient. You shouldn't be able to exist in a world that doesn't traumatize us. We should be able to exist in a world that doesn't traumatize us every Tuesday before lunch. But since we are here, let's just keep showing up. Let's keep laughing in the face of this absurd mess, and let's keep reaching for each other. Because you're not alone in this, and you're not broken. You're just trying to be human in a world that forgot how.